Let me make sure.
Hello?
There he
I'm here.
is.
There he is.
Chudlogic, how you doing?
Yo! I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good.
So I know your name, but I don't remember where I first learned about you. I knew your name before I saw you watching Maddox's video, and then somebody pinged me and said, Chudlogic's doing a live watch of Maddox's video. And I turned into your, hi, how you doing? This is Sean, by the way, here. Trixie's here with us also, if you hear multiple voices. I turned into your stream, and you had just watched Maddox saying that he actually dumped his ex-girlfriend, and his new girlfriend is a model. And you paused it there, and you're like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
Do you remember that moment?
I do. I remember it very well. Yeah. I mean, it came across as a big sort of cope of, it's a classic thing you say when clearly you're bothered and you're trying to act like you're not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I dumped her, my new girlfriend, who's a model.
Right.
It's like, well, I mean...
Isn't she somebody's wife now? This thing should be like top... should be current, right?
Oh, speaking of current, he just dropped chapter 1.
Oh,
So
he
it's-
did?
It's happening right now.
Oh shit! Okay. Well, anyway, Chud, what was your overall take on Maddox's video about me?
Well, I mean, I watched the previous Justin Wang thing, so I kind of found out more about the lawsuit there. I'd heard of it, but I think this was more of a substantive kind of analysis or explaining of what the lawsuit was about. I mean, yeah, it was pretty fucking lackluster, to put it mildly. It just seemed like he was kind of grasping at straws to find anything to kind of bring into this kind of beef and use against you. Yeah, I mean, the other thing as well is that there were little... I don't know the full ins and outs of it, as you probably have got more insight, being involved.
Nah.
And I think, I think there were little details that I thought were like kind of dishonest and lying. And it makes you think, well, how much is dishonest that I don't know about?
Yeah.
Like the fact he was talking about him, but didn't make any reference to the fact he'd filed this lawsuit against you.
Yeah, the lawsuit was it was pretty funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Because it was 360 mil. Well, it was so poorly written that you can't figure out exactly how much it was worth. But at minimum, it was $20 million, and at maximum, it was $360 million.
Wow. Yeah.
And it was me, my real life business partners, 2 comedians that worked on the show. One of the comedians' job, because the point of it was to get him fired, which he successfully did.
Which he did, yeah.
Another comedian, and then Patreon, and the customers, the personal customer support rep who dealt with Maddox, who wouldn't terminate my Patreon account.
Right.
Who now has a YouTube account that's bigger than Maddox's.
Oh my God.
That's how long this has been going on. So yeah, we talked about that. A lot of people talked about that. Nick Rekieta basically started his YouTube channel talking about it.
He's fucking Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
No matter what, just fucking blows up in his face.
Yeah.
I mean, it struck me that, the whole point of it seemed at the end to be, right, here's all the bad shit they've done. It's all Patreon's fault, so attack Patreon, right? That seemed to be the kind of mentality to get you banned.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole Jack Conte section towards the very end. That's like the last guy he goes after is just like all going in on Jack. I don't know why he thinks that's a good idea.
God damn. It's why are we stuck in this same battle forever? Like us laughing at Maddox and him using everything at his disposal to try to deplatform me from everything.
Yeah.
Patreon, YouTube, which he succeeded at, Twitter. Which
it's polite society because he wants you in jail. That's the point of this video is he wants you literally in jail.
He just dropped a new one. Oh my God. Okay. Well, maybe I'll be watching this tonight. I don't...
Is he?
What, he dropped another video?
Yeah, he has
It's
extended
chapter 1.
versions of every chapter.
Oh, no.
In his video.
Oh, right.
Eight additional minutes. 8 additional minutes.
Wow.
Sean, I'm gonna have 10 videos on Maddox's channel.
Holy fucking shit.
Now, if he would...
This is such an amazing... This is like building a statue to me. My ego is gonna be out of control.
And he still won't monetize it.
He can't because he put 50,000 N-words in it.
Oh, good, yeah, well...
Did you like that
And
part,
he's probably
Chud?
burned his bridges
Yeah.
with Patreon. See,
I
he
mean,
can set up a Patreon, but they hate him.
Out of all of it, reading the N-word repeatedly about 1,000 times was
my
probably
God.
quite enjoyable for me, yeah, I must say.
I can't
But
get
yeah,
away
I mean,
with that.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I
Yeah,
like
It just seems crazy to me that, I mean, look, I've got to be honest with you. There's some parts, and he raised some points, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure about this. Maybe there was something bad happening from the other side. But the fact he's trying to hang all of this harassment around your neck, when clearly you cannot possibly say that all these people messaging him is absolutely related to you. That just sounds like a crazy concept to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're all doing it at your behest.
Yeah, one of them is probably the worst one that was like going after Maddox's now ex-girlfriend, now somebody's wife, as you say, Trixie. The person doing that was a Maddox super fan, Mr. Burgers, who used to tell everyone to get raped.
Oh, that's where that came from?
Yeah, so Maddox would bring in...
Which he loved.
He loved it.
Yeah.
Maddox made get raped a catchphrase.
I can't believe I forgot about that because he came after you about like rape apologies.
He loved that quote.
It's his favorite thing to say, get raped.
Yep.
So Mr. Burgers has
All
like
the time.
severe, like, I don't know if it's autism or something, but he has...
With a name like Mr. Burgers.
Yeah, he's got some kind of mental problems that he knows about, and then he gets into like manic states where he just texts, like he DMs people really horrible things.
Like Chris the Kiwi.
Chris the Kiwi. Well, Chris the Kiwi's also kind of a bad guy. But Mr. Burgers then sobers up and he like feels really bad.
So he's got a Dr. Jekyll side to him.
Yeah. So
Mr.
Maddox,
Hyde.
Maddox takes all these N-word clips from Mr. Burgers and keeps showing them. And every time Mr. Burgers is like, once again, I'm really sorry for saying that. But he's like you can go read him. He's tortured by it.
Yeah.
It's really horrible.
Was he saying it all in print, or is he getting...
He says it in print. He says it in like DMs and stuff.
Yeah.
Huh. Do you think that like would you take any responsibility at all for any kind of harassment or shit that Maddox got, do you think?
We did. It's hard to define harassment with a guy.
Or responsibility. For that.
Yeah, it's really hard to define harassment when he has basically been making videos like this since 2016 about me.
And he's been harassing people on the internet his whole time. He's had his whole thing used to be making fun of like what's his name, the Superman guy who's paralyzed. Christopher Reeves. Like,
and Elizabeth Smart, he has a big article about how she's stupid.
Yeah.
Right.
Internet bullying, he basically popularized. In the style that he is now complaining about.
And the reason that he's getting so much of it is after our show broke up, he did that. He released a video calling me a rapist and like got me kicked out of like comedy clubs.
Yeah.
And all of the Dick Show fans who were his fans as recently as like a month previously, just lost their minds about it.
Yeah.
They were so upset that a guy they respected would do something like that, that they've basically been harassing him online ever since. I don't think making funny songs about a guy and like teasing him about his shitty book and stuff qualifies as harassment.
Sure, but okay, that's fine. Also another thing as well is I don't know insight into what Maddox has done the other way around. I'm sure there's stuff that's happened from his community too. But what about the rape list?
So you mean
Can we talk about the rape list, please?
Yes, the 8chan rape list.
Okay, the 8chan rape list.
What is your
okay.
perspective on the rape list, if I could ask?
That's a good question. You're good at this.
Chudlogic.
Okay, what I will say is amongst my community, jokes about rape sometimes are permitted. We need to rein it in a bit when people take it too far.
Yeah.
Rape jokes are fine. I think, targeting people with rape jokes is probably excessive. But like, how much can you account for that on the basis it was posted, I believe, on your subreddit when it was on 8chan, which is obviously a bit of a fucking free-for-all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's on your neck necessarily, but
I'll say, because I remember when this all happened, and I looked at the 8chan board at the time. It had like 5 posts on it ever from months ago. It had been created like right when your show started. Somebody was like, hey, there's a Dick Show Facebook group, there's a Reddit, we'll make an 8chan board. It was just like...
That was Null's idea. He suggested to them to make an 8chan.
Null,
yeah.
Which doesn't surprise me too much. And he could have fucking started the rape list.
So there was I have some insight into this rape list thing that I don't think people know. And I didn't talk about it at the time because it would have probably hurt the girl who was on it.
Oh, okay.
When I think it was episode like 10 of the Dick Show.
Yeah.
This is 8 years ago. There was a girl on my show called Lenora Claire.
I remember.
Who's a model. She's very popular. and she's very she's like political, like she's like an activist for various political things. Like that's her deal.
Right.
She had an obsessed stalker.
Yeah.
She had a crazy like leave notes at your house.
An actual
shit.
stalker.
An actual stalker
Yeah.
that she then got a restraining order against. When the rape list started, it was started with her picture. So it's very possible, and I think probable, that her stalker started the initial rape list with just her picture, like to harass her. And then the next pictures in that rape list thread were Hillary Clinton, like Kermit the Frog, and then like Bugs Bunny or something like that. Yeah. Then when Maddox made a big deal about it, somebody went back in and put his girlfriend on the list as like a fuck you for making that video about Dick.
Really?
Yeah. The guy who...
So his girlfriend is not in his version of the...
I don't think so. She only started appearing in the subsequent versions.
But the bigger... Kind of the bigger picture is...
Wait, one last...
Are you responsible for what somebody does on their own? It's not like... what.
I try not to talk about it. If I don't like it, I try not to talk about it because they'll do it more.
Yeah,
It's very difficult.
no. Of course, you're not supposed to talk... But it's these people have... People have their own minds.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's worth mentioning, like, not only did you have nothing to do with the thread, you had nothing to do with the board. The 8chan Dick Show board was not created by you.
So the guys who created the board emailed me or DM'd me, and they're like, dude, we're really sorry about all this, that you got kicked out of UCB for that rape list. Like, fuck Maddox. And I said, Maddox is clearly trying to capitalize on, the idea of rape to try to get me kicked out of things. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault. It's not a real thing. Like, it's nothing. You guys are fine. Here's some shirts. And that's what's in the new video. I think that's what you were referring to, Chud.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that when I saw that, I was thinking, my thought process was maybe there was a way to handle that better your end. But I think, like people said, I'm sure there's probably ways and means that anything could be managed better. But I think what I didn't understand is what you were sort of saying, hey, it's no big deal, was because they felt so bad about it when it wasn't really that big a deal. It's Maddox blew it up way bigger than it needed to be.
Yeah, they felt really bad because at the time it ruined my life. Like I was kicked out of UCB. Yeah. I was on a couple of huge shows there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Everybody, all of my friends in LA would just not talk to me anymore.
Jesus, man.
I guess I shouldn't be. I'm just a little bit shocked that people bought into it so easily. But that was the climate then. It's kind of the climate now.
It's the climate now.
It is. That was really when it kind of blew up around that time. It was the climate of try, convict, and execute within 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't look for any additional information. Don't go digging. Don't see context. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. And stop promoting it because you're making the problem worse, like for the people involved, right?
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think you're totally right that like a more palatable way of dealing with it is just saying like to people like I disavow that. Like, that was but to me personally it's just like they obviously felt bad, and it's just I don't feel that way.
It wouldn't have blown up except for the crazy Muppets fans that came out of the woodwork. I mean, Kermit's that's a bridge too far, right? Yeah. I mean,
he has to live with a hand up his ass. So they're real sensitive about that. Anyway, I can't believe he released another one. Is he live QAing it?
Not yet, I don't think. But he said he's going to. It's the gist I'm getting from the chat.
Anyway, did you have any other fucking Maddox blasts from the video, Chud?
Maddox blast. Okay, well, look. Okay, before we move on to maybe some other points that I thought maybe Maddox did get a couple of dubs, so we could maybe argue about that. I don't know. But can you just disavow rape for me?
Yeah.
Nobody thinks that's good.
I agree that it should be illegal.
Okay.
Okay. I recommend that people don't do any illegal things, especially that one.
Yeah.
Especially that one.
So men don't rape, basically.
No.
Is what we're saying.
And women
that's a bad
rape.
one.
Nobody rape.
I don't know.
Right.
Well, women, I don't know if I could give a full-throated condemnation of.
Here comes another chapter. Comes another chapter in the video.
Can't even disavow female rapists. Yeah. I don't think people should do that.
No.
Same.
Okay. So look, I don't know whether you've addressed this already or not, but what's all this fucking queer poetry you've been pumping out to women? What's that about?
That one's the best one. Let me see if let me text my girlfriend. Vito asked this one last night. Apparently, a girl that lived with us for like a year, you remember that,
Lived with.
Here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Apparently, she took a picture. I have books of songs that I wrote remember when you had a band?
Yeah, sure.
Sean, the guy who's speaking right now, and I used to have a band, and I would write songs for our band in these books.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have a bunch of weird writings and poetry and shit too, because I've been trying to be a writer since I was like 20.
Yeah.
So I have just reams of shit since before there
Any of this.
was computers. So you actually had to keep track of shit like by hand.
Right.
Let me ask her if she can bring the books.
For context, Maddox created a page that has a bunch of your poems that were, I guess, given to him by the person who.
Oh, this girl?
So, like, a bunch of your poems have been
Wait, why would
posted
that
by him.
happen?
A lot of them aren't that bad, by the way.
Well, they're
This is
songs.
fine.
Songs
they're
are
normal
all
song
bad.
lyrics.
Like, song lyrics are all very cringy and gay.
Well, you know how Maddox feels about lyrics and poems. Like, that was his most recent blog post. But before all these videos, remember,
Right,
he had that
that's
big
right.
return with his complaining about the Beatles.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, here they are.
Song.
So, let me see if I can find them.
But yeah, it turns out, I guess you were left someone else's writing in your books that you didn't know was there.
Oh, yeah, apparently she left. I don't want to talk about that, though. I don't like... I don't like picking on old sex partners.
Yeah.
So...
Goes along with his anti-rape stance.
Honestly, yeah. Like,
I'm sensing a lot of pro-women energy here. I like it. It's good.
I try to overcompensate by, like, hating on women, but I really am addicted to them. I would never hate alcohol, you know? I would never hate on alcohol. So here's an example, right?
Yeah.
See how it's written backwards?
Oh yeah, I remember you used to write. I've seen you write backwards before.
It's something
and you're
I picked up.
I started reading. You're like, you can read that?
How the fuck do you write backwards?
It's something I picked up as a kid because people were like people would think it was so weird and funny that I would just sit in class.
Just practice doing it.
I was bored in class and I would practice writing backwards because like I don't want to listen. You know, I don't need another lecture on the Holocaust, right? So I would just practice writing backwards.
Spell it backwards.
I know what you mean. I would take the calculator and like write out a whole song's lyrics, just like sitting there with the graphic calculator.
Like I would sit there and try to remember like the Yakko's Countries song, you know.
Yeah.
Just something to pass the time in prison, right? So I would learn how to write backwards. I suspect, I'm being generous. I suspect she took pictures of the songs in the book to reverse it on her phone so she could read it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Why she would give it to someone like Maddox is vindictiveness, but you know, we all know how that goes. Yeah, there were songs. I'm not saying that they're good, but that's why I'm a podcaster and not a musician.
Nothing in there is like a damning. Again, Maddox hates all poetry. He's like, if it's a poem, it's a gay poem. That's the only kind there is. So, you know,
well,
if you two hate poetry, you'll probably hate these poems.
He's also so literal, so I could see would trip him up, on lyrics or something as being not factually accurate.
Yeah.
That's dumb. I mean, and I don't know. I always say like. It's the autism.
You can't have butterflies in your stomach. Butterflies wouldn't live inside of a stomach. It's full of acid.
That's it. I have no idea if he's autistic or not. Like I really don't. I can't make that call. But all I'm saying is, if he were given a Tonka truck as a child, he'd probably take the wheels off.
Does that properly address your concerns?
Okay, so from what I'm understanding correctly, you're not writing. Okay, maybe I've misunderstood this. You're not writing gay poems. You're not writing queer poems. You're writing queer songs to a woman.
Not to a woman. No, we had a band.
Right,
we played regularly for a long time.
Sorry, got it.
We probably had 30 songs, 40. I don't remember.
Could search up "Imagine No Mel Gibson." I know that one's.
Yeah, that was another song that I wrote.
That's the only one I remember.
God. Yeah.
Okay, so listen.
I
feel
apologize for writing music, everybody. I've never subjected you to any of it, though. I would like credit for that. I don't.
Unlike Carl from Who Are These Podcasts, do a whole episode of just his band's music.
Do you write music, Chad? Have you ever written a?
Well, if I wrote music, it would be about how much I despise women and want to. Well, I probably shouldn't complete that sentence, to be honest.
No.
Let's leave it at that, okay? Jesus.
Yeah.
Right, listen, that adequately answers the song question. What about these messages you were sending that apparently are a bit, fruity to women?
Well, I mean,
Trying to get laid.
Yeah, man. Come on. How do you do it?
Okay.
That's working.
Any
That's
means
working for me.
necessary.
Well,
I don't know anything.
I mean,
about these
you know, let's just say, listen, we don't need to get into it now. There was a controversy I was involved in where I was on the hook for some messages I sent and they were released publicly.
Oh yeah.
So I probably can't speak further on it without, being a hypocrite. So I understand the pain. You're trying to fucking get laid from someone.
Hey man,
You're saying
that's
some bullshit.
A material. Use it.
I'll buy you wings, baby.
Guys, remember who the enemy is. It's women, not each other.
Yeah, we need to share our strategies and techniques, don't we?
Yeah,
That's the key.
Copy paste. Copy and paste.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
God, I mean, that was the main thing that I was like, because the thing is, they did this flip reverse where he said, "Oh, I'm really cringe, guys. Oh, you got it wrong. It's actually Dick that's cringe." But no in the sexual context. That was
funny.
quite a clever way of doing it, right? Because I think people would have been hungry to shit on him over it, and then all of a sudden it's you. But then he's lied about the song thing, so that's kind of undermined it, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's a weird way to present it. I kind of don't really. I mean, I think I'm a little too old for people to think I'm cringe. 43. Like, what if I'm 80 and Maddox is still like, he's gayer than me? I'm like, oh man, I don't know. Pretty fucking old here, buddy.
Yeah.
You're posting pictures of me when I was a kid. I would kick a baby to be that young again.
Right.
You tell him you're showing pictures of it. I don't really care, man. Anyway, what else has been happening? Alex Jones is back. Are you hype on that?
Yeah, I mean, I probably am more on the lefty end of things than on the right, generally speaking.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't know, except for maybe some social stuff. We don't need to get into it deeply. I like Alex Jones. He's a funny guy. He's good content, no matter what you think about him. Yeah, he fucking mugged off some parents of kids that were shot. Yeah, that's bad, sure.
Yeah.
But is it really worth keeping him banned forever for that? I mean, he's probably got some more memes in him, surely.
Yeah. It seems like at some point, bringing up the Sandy Hook kids is like kind of it's inappropriate for his rivals to be doing it. Don't you think? Like Alex Jones has said, you know what? I'm a little I thought it was a conspiracy. I played it up. Sorry, but now that he's dropped it, it seems like it's just the entire aggressive left constantly bringing up Sandy Hook as a way to punish him. And I'm like, you guys you kind of got to let the kids be dead for a little bit, don't you? You can't keep bringing this up forever. I don't know.
Well, also, I think, there's probably a period of time after which an adult dies, it's okay to joke about them. How long for a child to be dead, until you can joke about them, do you think?
Their parents probably have to be dead before you can joke about it.
Yeah.
I would think. I don't know. Okay. People have a weird relationship with death.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, aside from the Twitter thing, the amount of money that he was expected to pay was just absurd. What was it? It was nearly $1 billion.
Yeah, $1 billion for traumatizing them, or $1.5 billion.
Yeah, I mean, it's just at some point, it's just a made up amount.
Yeah, they're willing to settle though. Maybe they realized that they weren't going to get any money. And they're like, well, we'd like some money too, though. It's also, we want to fuck him and send a message, but we also want a little bit of cash for.
Well, you want to fuck him as many ways as you can, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a little much for me. How liberal are you? I don't even know. How many bullets would you take for Trump? How long would you go to jail for Trump? Let me ask it like that.
Well, let's just say I can't really speak on my plans on that without putting myself at legal risk. So,
okay.
Just watch out on Inauguration Day. That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
Gotcha.
But no, I don't know. To be honest with you, at this point, I think Trump winning would be funny. So fuck it, do it. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
It would be really funny if he won again. I don't know if we could pull it off though.
I don't think so.
So are you going to vote Trump? Do you think? Is that the plan?
Yeah, definitely. It won't mean anything because I'm in LA, so
right.
There's no chance.
Right. Yeah, the liberal hellhole.
Yeah, the most liberal hellhole.
California will go blue.
Which it would be if we didn't have any federal taxes. I think about this all the time. LA, I get so much shit for living in LA because the taxes are so high and there's no reason to live here.
Yeah, it's also by people who have fucking never been even on this end of the country too.
Yeah,
I also think you shouldn't live in LA. By the way,
yeah, that does crack me up. How it's totally okay to have an opinion on LA and California when you've never been to the state. Those are the people with the biggest fucking opinions.
That's true.
It's at least come see it.
Yeah, but if we didn't have federal government,
I don't like Southern California. I mean,
No.
it's just I'm born and raised here.
You don't like it?
No.
Where do you want to live?
I never have. So I mean, somewhere else where you can
Somewhere goofy. I know you're going to say somewhere fucking goofy.
Where your money goes somewhere. There's just much better life experiences having traveled the country.
Arkansas. Where would you live?
No, I would probably I'd move where it's
Montana.
Probably where it's colder.
Oklahoma.
Where it's colder.
Idaho.
Colder and less crowded.
You could look like the Marlboro Man. I bet you would look great.
Where?
Like Montana. I don't know.
Do you have
sure.
one in
Wyoming.
mind or like
No,
just
not
somewhere
really. Just
cold?
places that
North
Siberia?
I could probably live in
Mars?
I could probably live in a place like Denver.
Oh, I can see you in Boulder.
Yeah, something around, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I mean,
nice
it's
area.
mountainous
You change
area. I like
outfits
that stuff.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. I'll put a second V-neck on.
Yeah, my point was, if it wasn't for the federal government, the taxes wouldn't be a big deal. Like the California tax is like, okay, that's enough. Like I'm pretty sure we can get by with that.
Yeah.
We don't need any of that other shit. Where are you at, Chud?
Oh wow. I'm in the UK. I can't really hide it. I'm in the south of the UK. I don't know if you know accents.
I do a little bit. Wow, Maddox has a look at this 3D. Look at this scene he's rendered of me.
I think
is that you at the computer?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh,
he's getting
Look at my
getting
bald
better
spot.
with the 3D rendering.
I think he's using SketchUp models though.
He probably is.
I think I don't think it's him. He thanks like a bunch of people at the end of the video for helping him and stuff. So I think he just got some fans who. There's no way he did all this fucking shit. This video has the most editing I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah,
it is.
Well, it does take him years though.
Yeah.
I just don't think.
No, I think you're right.
I don't think he's competent enough to have.
Should I redo the studio like this?
It looks
Should I
pretty cool.
It
Yeah.
looks cool.
Just write Maddox's name, Schizo style on all the walls.
Yeah, this would be great.
It's like the Manson murders. Fucking writing Helter
I have the
Skelter.
slime blanket. Where is that? Oh yeah, it's behind you, Trixie.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Okay, so you're in the south of the UK. How are things going over there with your Muslim issues, your immigration problems?
It's terrible. I went outside earlier and I saw a woman getting set upon by a bunch of Muslims. It was the worst gang rape I've ever seen. Crazy, crazy business.
Wow, you didn't do anything. What's wrong with you? You probably just recorded it for cloud.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. I gave it to those Twitter accounts that post about the blacks and that, and they said they were going to do something with it. So, but no, listen.
Yeah.
It's fine as long as you don't go to certain places. I think is what I understand.
Okay.
There was this whole thing on Fox News, don't go to Birmingham because there's so many Muslims there. And, it's a bit overstated. Yeah, it's a bit overstated, but yeah, sure. There's some places where you walk around, all the women have got those fucking burqas on, and it's like, Jesus. It's like you're walking around in fucking Iraq or something.
Yeah. We have those too. We've got areas of LA where guys are doing bench presses in their front yards that you're not supposed to go into.
Sure.
Sean, you know those areas. Right?
Yeah. I mean, there's
I wish those women would wear burqas. I don't think they make them in that size.
Perhaps not.
But yeah, probably similar issue. I wish do you know, is it Mr. Girl? Is that where I know your
I've seen
name
in my
from?
entire life. Maybe.
Maybe?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, what do you mean?
I forget where I've heard your name before. I knew you before I saw you watching this Maddox video.
List all of your associations
list your
now.
associations.
Dox everyone.
But yeah,
it's been a long week for me though, and I'm trying to access 12-year-old memories. So
Yeah.
it's hard to confuse the two, conflate the two.
Yeah, no, sure. I mean, the whole thing was just essentially a hit piece. Are you worried about another lawsuit getting filed against you in maybe California, Comifornia this time?
Filing a lawsuit. I'll tell you what I'm worried about is the people who are my friends and my girlfriend getting fucked with endlessly by Maddox and his fans. It's always been him trying to get. Maddox has never only gone after me. He's always gone after his ex, my girlfriend, because he's obsessed with her. Fucking obviously, which this entire video is a fuck you to her.
He's very insistent that she is still in love with him. Like in both the video and in comments, he's
I can't wait to
continued
watch
posting.
this.
Yeah, no, the section on 80s Girl is fucking madness.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God! I have the letter. I have the letter that he wrote her that he says is a thank you letter. and not a get back together with me letter because I read it at a live show.
I remember it was in Chicago.
If Maddox sues me in California, it will be suicide for him.
Yeah.
Because California, thanks to the Jews in Hollywood, California has the strongest speech protections probably on earth.
Yeah.
If you sue somebody for like cyber harassment or whatever shit Maddox made up that I'm doing, you will get slapped for like 9 times attorney's fees.
Jeez.
Because like our entire economy in California relies on documentaries, speech, movies, stuff like that. So he might sue me in New York again, or Texas, or
he might
Armenia.
waste a lot of money again. Yeah, what would he? Why would he do that? Why would he sue you again? What the fuck would he?
He's blind with.
He wants that
insanity.
Bitcoin. He wants that tasty.
Well, and the
Bitcoin.
other thing is, he doesn't want to sue you. He wants you in jail. He's not looking for a get me money from Dick lawyer. He's looking for a put Dick away forever, so he's not my problem anymore. Lawyer. So
that's
I don't
not
know
how the law
where he's
works.
gonna
Yeah,
find
I don't
that.
think so.
All right. Anyway, Chud, does anything make you a rage?
What? Does anyone be raged?
Does anything make you a rage? Yeah, in general. It could be anything. Woke Cheerios. Could be.
I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like I've become sometimes a bit of a stooge for like anti-lefty stuff because I'm kind of from the progressive arena, but a lot of the shit that goes on in that arena just is fucking infuriating. Certainly, you know, like all the, you sort of joked about it, but the woke stuff, I guess, to put it simply. I've always, and it seems like you've experienced this with some of this cancellation stuff, but a kind of extreme response to being. If people do something wrong and they've got to be run off the internet and destroyed. I find that very fucking frustrating. I don't know if you've seen do you know H Bomber guy and this plagiarism drama?
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
Oh, it's awesome.
It's bullshit, or is it good?
The video is great. Yeah.
Okay.
The H Bomber guy video. It's about like five cases basically of people who have done all this plagiarism on YouTube, but the first 4 are mostly build up and explaining how plagiarism works so that he can do like an hour and a half on this one gay YouTuber called James Somerton, who I had been following for years. I thought he was just like a pretty decent video essayist. Turns out almost all of his content is plagiarized.
Oh no.
And all of it that's not, like what H Bomber guy did an hour and a half section of his 4-hour video on this guy, and then another YouTuber, Todd in the Shadows, did another hour and a half on James Somerton about just the made up shit. Like anything he didn't steal, he just whole cloth makes up all this shit about history, like tons and tons of stuff. The most brutal takedown I've ever seen of one guy, like between 2 videos. Like he's gone. He immediately erased everything, like disappeared. Like,
is that what you saw? Is that how you took it as well, Chud? I haven't seen it.
Well, the thing is, I mean, just on the premise of the guy being a homosexual, I was kind of for him getting cancelled. I thought,
Jesus.
Chud, how do you feel about trans people? Real quick.
Well, okay. I think trans people.
I don't think you need to give an opinion after that. Like that's,
wait.
That's an acceptable
Guys,
opinion.
I'm quite woke.
Yeah, okay.
I'm quite woke on that front.
Okay.
I think trans people are good for one thing, and that's why I get called a chaser all the time, I think.
Hey.
Okay. It's going to be that kind of show, John. I'm going to stick my dick in the mashed potatoes.
If I'd have known it was that kind of party, I'd have stuck my dick in the mashed potatoes.
No, listen, look, the guy was a fucking thief. I mean, if anything, I've learned never to trust a gay man again after the amount he was fucking stealing. But the basic fucking thing I'm trying to say is like, look, this gay guy had his finger in the cookie jar, his finger in the butthole or whatever, right? Yeah, he was stealing left, right, and center. But it's kind of insane to me that all the progressives are like, rubbing their hands together, ready to destroy some gay fella because he stole a couple of fucking essays about gay shit. That just seems excessive to me, right? Oh, he stole an essay about Hellraisers full of queer shit. Oh no, we got to fucking run him off the internet. It just seems a bit much for progressives to kind of go so insane on that.
I feel like it's the same way with, I know this is unrelated, but with Destiny's divorce. So Destiny and his wife left him for another guy, right?
Yeah.
That's the long and the short of
Okay.
it, which has been happening since women were invented by the devil. But like all these conservatives are coming out like, yes, you got dumped, you bastard, you fucking open marriage, you polyamorous son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like they're way into it. They're way into the only traditional part of Destiny that was there. Like the rest of Destiny was debauchery, liberalness, like aggressive liberalness that they all despise. But the one part of Destiny, which was the marriage, was destroyed.
Yeah.
And it actually is bad because of the trad parts. Like he's suffering because of the trad parts of it.
Yeah.
But they are like frothing at the mouth that his marriage is ending, as though it proves that their way of doing things is better, which is obviously not, because you guys have been fucking up. Everyone's been fucking up relationships since the beginning of time.
Yeah. Since when do Republicans celebrate divorce? This is a weird world we're living in.
Yeah.
Well, if it happens to the right people,
I guess
and
it's
that's
kinda
like that
like
with
that.
everything. If it happens to the right people, then I will suspend all my, sense of my guidelines of my
Morality.
ethics. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think that I personally don't think the open dynamic is good. I don't think it makes sense, particularly on a marriage, a fledgling marriage. But obviously, I don't agree with like the way the red pill guys frame a lot of this stuff, as you say. And I think that their kind of position on it is, Destiny's kind of flaunted this in our faces, this open marriage thing, and now it's kind of backfired on him.
Yeah.
I think there's some clips where Destiny is talking about it in a more positive way, sure. So I can see why people would make that connection.
Yeah.
But there was actually another kind of cuckening that happened with Hunter Avallone. Did you follow that at all?
Oh, this one was amazing. Please explain it. I'm tired of hearing my voice for Sean.
So, very simply, Hunter Avallone got into some drama because it turned out that his wife and soon-to-be ex-wife had been messaging he doesn't like the word, but for shorthand, a pimp called Kingston Hawk. And this woman had been like trying to set up a 6-man all-black piss gangbang orgy.
Jesus.
I like how piss was in there.
Yeah, is that her first outing? I mean, like,
It can't be, right?
I mean, you don't jump in the deep end if you can't swim, right? I mean,
Can you imagine how
Well,
hard
she'd
it would
be
be
swimming,
to get
that's
6
for
black
sure,
guys
yeah.
to show up on time for a piss? Oh my God, what a pimp! Right?
God damn, that's a hell of an opener. It's like coming out and playing your one hit. Where do you go from there?
The thing is, the problem for poor Hunter is he had often used his marriage explicitly as a point against the red pillars to say, well, I'm in a marriage and you're not red pillars, so fuck you, right? So obviously, it was like the chickens coming home to roost when that transpired.
Yeah, I remember that.
Look, I'll be honest, my coverage of it was a bit gratuitous, but I think what was so funny about it is, what is not funny about a fucking 6-man all-black piss gangbang orgy? It's such a funny concept, isn't it?
Yes.
It's so funny because you think, well, that would never happen to me, right? It's funnier than your wife just cheating on you. You're like, well, that might happen to me.
What are
Sorry,
the odds?
I was thinking it's funny because it could definitely happen to me.
So then, the same wife, one of her ex-boyfriends, shows up to their house, Sean, this Hunter guy, and his wife, Holly, or whatever.
Yeah.
Her
Oh, no, that's a different woman. That's his new girlfriend.
Oh, that's his
not
new
the wife.
girlfriend?
Oh.
Yes,
my
correct.
God, this guy
So it's a
cannot
different
pick.
woman.
So he's got a soon-to-be ex-wife who's texting pimps, and he's got a new
get pissed
girlfriend
on.
whose ex-boyfriend shows up, and
Yeah, sorry, Chud. You do it. You're better. You know more than me about this.
No, it's fine. So, okay, long story short, basically, apparently this guy was like an abusive nutcase. And I'm a bit like, is the guy really that abusive? Is it possible for a man to abuse a woman? I'm not even sure. But this guy was fucking nutty, right? Like, he put tags in this woman's bag so he could track her location. And then she posted about it like, oh, my ex is tracking my location. What's going on? And then you find out because this guy, it's not funny. This guy turns up with a shotgun, right?
oh shit.
Right, and goes into the property and shoots and wounds the woman trying to murder Hunter. And The only footage that I've seen of it.
They're like, they turn their cameras on. They turn their cameras on like, we're out on the balcony because my ex showed up. He put air tags in my shit. He showed up with a shotgun. He shot through the door to come in and kill my husband.
That was it. Yeah, shot through the door.
But he fucked up. He didn't shoot the doorknob for some reason. He just shot at the door like it's a video game. Like the door's just going to explode,
Right.
And he doesn't have the body strength to just kick the door in.
Where is this? Where'd this happen?
I don't know. Where was it?
Well, it's funny because Tim Pool spoke about it because there's apparently a couple of blocks away from Tim Pool's facility. And he obviously... So Tim Pool goes live and he's like, God, this is terrible. This happened near me. Like making it all by himself.
Oh, God, it's so shameless. All of them. Like, oh, God, this reminds me of when this happened to me. Yeah, here's the... So then the ex-boyfriend that showed up with the shotgun to kill her, she's like...
Kill him.
To kill him, but shot her. He's like texting her while she's bleeding out and streaming on the balcony of their apartment, hiding. And Hunter's putting her between himself and the door, like sneakily, right? Which is awesome. I mean, you'd rather be single than dead, right? Fuck, you know. If it comes down to it, fuck her, right? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Jesus.
Well, this is the messages are really funny. Okay, not funny. This is a terrible business that happened. I'm not laughing at all. Not one bit. Terrible. But the messages are funny because the woman says, "Oh, you've shot me and injured me," and the guy does this kind of like meme. No, like he's saying, "No, I can't believe what I've done."
Let me bring it up.
You gotta bring it up, yeah. And then he's like, "I should have killed that coward."
Yeah, he's like. It's like, bro, this is why you were a bad boyfriend. You're still thinking about yourself. So she's texting him after she got shot while she's hiding on the balcony. He's at the front door with the gun, still trying to get in. She says, please surrender. And she's posting, by the way, she's posting this screenshot of the text.
Crazy.
While this is happening. Please surrender. I'm losing a lot of blood. Lie. I was watching. She wasn't losing a lot of blood. He says, I never meant for that. No.
like the fucking Star Wars. Right.
What do you say when you just
like the dumbest no
you
ever?
show up to murder your ex's boyfriend and you accidentally shoot your ex?
Yeah.
And she's like, "Can you surrender? I'm losing a lot of blood."
Yeah.
What do you text back? No.
Yeah. God damn it! Leave him, please.
God damn it! Leave him, please, bro. That ship has sailed.
That's
come on.
Fucking
what are you
nuts.
What are you doing? No. Only if you surrender. I'll leave him if you surrender. I will. Just live your life for yourself. I should have killed the coward.
Well, you're bad at killing people, clearly, because you wanted to kill him, right? So, I mean...
Why don't you do it at night when they're sleeping, man?
Yeah.
What's your...
Oh, my God.
Fuck's wrong with... Like, this is a stupid plan.
Take a lock-picking class.
It's easy. It's the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, come on.
You have an air tag in her shit. Track it.
Right.
Wait at the house for them to come. Like, have you never watched a movie before?
Have you never killed anyone before? What a bunch of rookie
killers always
mistakes.
so bad at it?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
But yeah, in the video, you kind of hear the police coming in like, put the gun down. You can hear it. There's fucking gunshots going off. It's literally like a fucking movie scene or some shit in the background. You can.
They got in a shootout.
Yeah.
They got in a shootout. Yeah. But the police didn't kill him, and he went and killed himself. No,
they didn't.
No, he didn't. Apparently, they had the shootout, but then he ended up killing himself, according to the news article about it.
Really?
So the cops fucked up. So the cops are totally useless. So Hunter's right. Hunter Avallone is like anti-Second Amendment and anti-cops. So it turned out he was right. The cops actually didn't fucking do anything.
They just sprayed a bunch of bullets around.
Yeah, they just shot bullets everywhere.
God damn.
And he didn't need a gun after all. The psycho, showed up, fucked up, shot himself.
Yeah.
Yep. God damn it. That's the worst part. Hunter's fucking right.
But another angle to this that I think, is worth mentioning is that in the aftermath of this, Hunter was on Twitter debating people about his own attempted murder, right? And then he was like, offering people to come on his stream to argue on stream about it. Bro, just log off for a bit, man. It's fine. We get it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the cloud's still going to be there on Monday or whatever. Like when the articles start rolling out. Don't worry.
It's fucking crazy.
The iron will be hot for a while.
The whole thing's sick.
I'm trying to find the actual thing because we're on Rumble. I guess I can probably play it. Does anybody have a link in the chat? Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay. I'm so glad you brought this up.
It is the kind of, well, you know, I think a lot of people were talking about Destiny and Melina's divorce, but then this kind of like subverted attention away. So all the red pillars are going, yeah, Hunter, you fucking get fucked. So yeah, it's been crazy couple of days.
It was a big cuck week. Big week for cucks this week.
Well, look, you know, listen, I know you've got some associations with Nick the Knife, okay, which we don't need to get into. I believe some of the groypers like my coverage of the Hunter Avallone stuff, but Nick tweeted out, bad week for cucks, pictures of Destiny, picture of Hunter Avallone. And then the Hunter Avallone thing happened, and he read, well, this tweet aged pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah, I like Nick. You know, I'm an old guy, though. I look at things a little bit differently.
Also, you're not Jewish, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, some of the things Nick does... well, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah,
we don't have to talk about it. It's fine. I just thought it was a funny tweet. You don't need to get into it. It's all good.
Okay, here's Hunter. Here's Hunter live streaming right after the attempted murder happened.
Are you recording? Conrad has shot Holly in the leg. Excuse me? We don't know. All I know is I got a call from my landlord that said he was trying to get into the building. The suspect, sorry. The suspect was trying to get into the building, and then there was something shady about it. We didn't know.
Yeah, he had a gun under his coat.
And he had a gun under his coat when he came out, and then when we walked up... He's at the door. He's at the door.
Please come in. Please come in.
Please hurry, please. Okay, he's pounding really hard at the door. I hear shouting.
What the... Wow. They're out on the balcony.
Wow.
And you see how he has his girlfriend next to the door and he's like hiding behind the brick wall? That's based.
Smart.
Yeah, it's smart. That's cool.
Because
women and children first, right?
First in front of the glass.
Yeah.
Well, look. Listen, I think there's some logic to this, okay? We can get into the gun argument and stuff. I've been
I just explained the logic.
Animated about it.
Yeah.
No, it's not. But no. You're making it as a joke, okay? It's a serious point because he doesn't want to hurt her apparently. So put her in front, and he's not going to fucking shoot at her, is she? It's like the hostage thing. Get a hostage in front of you.
I don't disagree.
Yeah,
I think that's exactly right.
How sure are you that he doesn't want to hurt me? You know what? I'm willing to risk you. I'm willing to risk
your life.
They couldn't paint or stain this lattice work on the balcony. What kind of a shithole? Look at this, man. Look at this shit.
That's the most offensive
just
thing.
Raw spruce here. What the fuck's going on?
Get a fucking climbing vine of some sort. I mean, that's what it's for.
The landlord's supposed to do it, but you don't get sick of looking at that every day? Put a stain on it, man. Come on.
At the door. I hear shouting. I think I hear them.
Oh, that's the cops.
Yeah. Put it down. Show me your fucking ass.
Whoa! He fucking put gunshots in the transcription? What the fuck?
None of that felt real.
By the way,
that was weird.
I just want to point something out that I think everyone's missing. You listen to that cop's voice. Yeah. That's a female cop.
I know.
Of course she fucking missed, right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Now, do we know that they missed, or did they shoot him and then he killed himself?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe she should have tried to tase him. Then she would have definitely shot him.
Maybe we'll get the body cam footage. That would be brilliant React content. I think.
Man,
sure.
What a bad way to go.
So is that girl really shot in the leg?
Yeah. Well, she's bleeding all over the place.
Handling it very well.
Yeah, I mean,
it probably a buckshot.
Must have grazed her. Well, I think somebody was saying birdshot, which obviously is not.
Didn't Chaney shoot his buddy with some birdshot?
I think so. Yeah. That's
that
what
made me
it's
less afraid of getting shot. Like seeing how well she's handling it.
Well,
no.
It also went through something. Yeah. That was like best case scenario of what could have happened.
He goes to kill his rival with birdshot? What's wrong with this guy? It's America.
I don't know. That's just what somebody was saying on Discord. I have no idea if that's true or not.
Slug that'll shoot through an engine block. He's showing up with birdshot?
Yeah. Yeah.
What an idiot. All right.
Wait, so did he
thank
kill
God.
himself
Cut off
with
the
the
crying.
bird shot
Thank
too?
you.
Like,
Yeah.
What's that?
Because it's right there.
Okay,
You
yeah.
probably could. Brandon
yeah,
Lee
yeah.
died just with the blank, didn't he?
Jeez.
Just with a wad.
Well, it was. No, there was.
Was that wrong?
There was a round in there with what do you call it? Like there was no propellant. It
Yeah.
got shoved forward, and then there was a blank in there. So no actual bullet, but propellant.
Yeah.
So it's like it was like kind of the perfect storm, I guess. I don't know. I read about it, but it was like because they'll do close-ups of guns with actual bullets in there, so it looks real, but there's nothing to propel it. But they inadvertently fucking loaded the thing.
this wasn't like an Alec Baldwin situation where he just shot that bitch. This is what you're saying.
Right. Well, that armor was like the most incompetent. Like
Aggressively incompetent.
She had fucked up multiple times before. She's the son of like a really famous armorer. That gun had been out of her sight like multiple times. Like apparently there's a story that people took it and went to shoot beer cans in the desert with
great.
it. Like I mean, just stuff that
okay.
like is like in no way, shape, or form can that occur on a set ever.
That makes sense.
Well, Chud, thank you for calling in, man. Call in again when it's not all
worries.
just Maddox bullshit. I'd love to chat about any of these things.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah,
have
for
enough-
sure.
We
Sounds
don't have
good.
enough lefty people calling in. You know, I don't like having this reputation as a Nazi now. So
Does Chud count as a
Yeah,
lefty? I
sure.
heard
I'll be a
nothing but-
lefty stooge. Sounds good.
yes, that would be good.
Okay.
Which is, what's crazy is I have tons of liberals on this. Like I'm fucking doing a podcast with
No,
Vito.
I know. Yeah.
There's a trans woman on the podcast right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you, Chud. Plug your
Okay,
stuff
thanks
too.
a lot. Pleasure.
Plug
Yeah,
your-
thanks. Chudlogic, I cover drama, a bit of politics sometimes. British humor, I guess. Chudlogic on all good social media platforms. Thanks a lot. Pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you.